Hi guys, good afternoon. We're going to look through this book. It's called GONZO, the Art, by Ralph Steadman, with a foreword by Hunter S Thompson. I picked this book up on Amazon a few years ago. I do like Ralph Steadman. I remember watching Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas in the cinema. At the same time, I had purchased the book, I think when I was about 18, and I traveled across Australia. Well, I went to work on the other side of Australia, and Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas was one of the books that I brought with me. I do have to apologize in advance. I'm filming this a little bit late in the afternoon. There's not much sun. I'm using a light that's over there. The paper's a bit glossy, and there will be some dark shadows, as well as some reflection from this kind of glossy paper. But hopefully it gives you a good chance to have a look at the book. I think this is a pretty available book. So you can always go out and have a look for it if you like it. I do have a coffee over here, so I will be drinking every now and again. There are some good YouTube clips about Ralph Steadman, and there are some of him drawing, and you can see him do this kind of splattering with a paintbrush. He's a British guy, still alive, still painting. Pretty charismatic and definitely very unique, right? Look, that's Fear and Loathing. Some of these kind of like elongated mouths remind me of Francis Bacon, like these long necks. Is that meant to be like Francis Bacon? Because it looks a lot like Francis Bacon. Well, Francis Bacon is also a British guy, so maybe these guys knew each other. Who knows? That looks like a mirror. Old Chinese proverb, he who shits on his own doorstep is destined to step in it. Okay. This would be pictures from Animal Farm. I think I included that book on a quick filming of the shelves the other day. I love this kind of art. It's kind of monstrous. It does remind me of this guy called, what's his name? Is it Grosz? Grosz. It's like a German artist from back in World War II days. I'll link it up. If you like this, you'd most probably like a guy called, oh God, I don't know his name, Grosz. I'm gonna say it's Grosz. Oh God, how embarrassing. No idea. This one's called Lobby Lizards, the police chiefs from Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I like the shape of their heads. Lounge Lizards, the quintessential GONZO image, contains everything from wild, drug-induced horror to physical violence and excess, while also being funny. If you haven't seen Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, the film adaptation with Johnny Depp and Benicio del Toro, definitely give it a watch, especially if you like this kind of art. I think it was a great visualization of the book. This was the cover of Fear and Loathing Las Vegas, the first book I had. I think Ralph Steadman it's like a good inroad to art. Like, if you're not so sure about like what art is and you just want to feel like you're enjoying art, I think his kind of comical pictures, often grotesque, it's really an easy way to start liking art. And, you know, and when you see this, maybe you'll be interested in going further. You may look at Francis Bacon next, and Francis Bacon may lead you to Geiger, who did all the Aliens movies. And then from then, who knows, you may go into graphic novels. I think with art, and even with art book collecting, or if you're trying to make a library, it's always good to have a variety. And who knows, maybe after you buy it, 10 years later, you find that you no longer like these books and you've moved on, and that's also okay. Or if you look for inspiration, sometimes you can try drawing or painting like this. I do film these videos in batches of about 2 or 3, and then I edit them. Well, I don't edit them, I write up the blurb after. So if I do forget to blurb something that I mentioned, please write a comment and say, hey, you forgot to write what you mentioned, because sometimes I forget what I mentioned. I don't spend much time, or I don't spend any time going back on these videos. I do not like to listen to myself talk, as many people do, as many people don't either. Can I say that I really like his Fear and Loathing style paintings? These ones are a little bit intense for me. That's pretty cool. Anyway, getting towards the end, as usual, what did you think? Is it your style? I have one of his books on my shelf that's an autobiography. I was considering putting it out there for sale, but seems like an interesting guy. I should really get around to reading it. I haven't really considered if there's anything that's not safe for work. Should be okay this far into the book. That's it for today, guys. Let me know what you think. Do you like Ralph Steadman? What are your thoughts? Self-portrait. Okay, hopefully it wasn't too glary. Have a great day ahead.